Hi, welcome to this video day, which is on the 9th of February, it's Saturday. We're just going to give our update outlook for the euro. Now, we're going to be looking at the euro against the USD, the JPY, and the GBP, and we'll go to the charts in a moment. Now, after I've looked at those three pairs, I also want to look at the euro proxies, the currencies that are correlated with the euro, Scandinavian currencies and Eastern European currencies. Now, while not many traders look at those pairs, they can offer fantastic opportunities for profit at times, and you'll get clues to what they're going to do from the euro. Now, in terms of euro USD, we were saying in our video last week, it's going down, in our view, limited upside, and it has gone down a reasonable amount, let's say, but it hasn't really gained big traction to the downside yet. But I think we're very close to a big trend down in the euro. In terms of the JPY and GBP, nice profits trading the euro short. There's more to come. Right, let's go and take a look at the charts. And just before we do, please do keep in mind, it is my view, as of right now, it can change in line with the market conditions. If you want all our trading techniques, our daily sentiment and technical analysis of 14 major Forex pairs, you can get live access to our member centre for a limited period on the link beneath this video. Right, let's take a look at Euro USD weekly chart first. Right, on Euro USD weekly chart first, just very quickly. I always say in my videos, it's a good idea to look at the weekly chart, see the big picture, and if the weekly levels support and resistance back up the daily levels, that makes them more valid. Now, we're extremely bearish of the euro. I'll discuss the sentiment towards the pair when we get to the daily chart, but we think we're going to go a long way to the downside. Let's just look how this chart has evolved. Now, obviously up here, if I can get my mouse to work, there we go, 125, we topped out. Been bearish ever since, really. Came down quite nicely. One rally above the 20-week moving average there. Then we fell back, three tests to try and get through it, couldn't. Down and now choppy and sideways. They're saying, yeah, last week that we felt the 115 level was really good resistance and that rallies to the level would fade. And basically we have faded. We're down towards the 113 level. We're coming into the 113 level. Now, in terms of a long way to go on the downside, we just need to confirm it now in our view. Just want to see a downside breakout. Okay. So through these two bodies, that tail there. Now, where are we going to go to? This comes from sentiment. I'll go through that in a minute and why I'm so bearish. Got the 108 level there, and then basically down towards the 104 level. So, yeah, a long way to go on the downside if we pick up traction and break out of the triangle. Now, will we do that? I think we're getting very, very close. So let's go to the daily chart, draw our levels and look at the sentiment in more detail. All right, on the Euro USD daily chart, and in terms of my levels, just draw them in a moment. I'll also explain why this was a warning candle, that blue one. First of all, fundamentals and sentiment. Now, in terms of interest rates, they clearly favour the USD at the moment, and you get a really nice positive carry if you're shorting the euro, which is obviously an additional bonus. It's always good to have the interest rate on your side. Now, last week, it was all about the Fed being on hold in terms of interest rates for the rest of the year. They're very dovish in terms of the message from their meeting. Okay, while the Fed is on hold, the ECB are not going to be raising rates. Okay, so the interest rate differential is going to stay in favour of the dollar. And I think they're actually going to end up doing more stimulus. I'll explain why in a moment. Now, the market is very bullish on the euro economy. If you look at economists, bank research departments, etc., yeah, pretty bullish. I just don't see any reason why. You've got Italy in recession. Okay, they went into recession the week before last. Germany's getting close. Near enough every country in Eurozone is slowing up. You can see it in all the data coming out. It's weak, and we just had the PMIs a few days ago on manufacturing, showed the weakest reading in Eurozone since 2009. Okay, you've also got inflation low. That's not rising. Banking sector incredibly weak in Eurozone, particularly in Italy. And yet the market thinks that it's all going to be okay in the zone. I just don't share that optimism. A lot of it is about wage inflation. They say more people are coming to the workforce, that'll push up wage inflation, push up inflation generally. ECB can raise rates. So, well, what happened in the US? US has got far better employment numbers than Eurozone. Wage inflation hasn't gone up there. I just don't see why it should in Eurozone. So very bearish, but I like it that the market is still pretty bullish on the euro. You've also got political problems in France, for example. Macron having a hard time with the yellow vests. He's also managed to upset Germany and Italy as well. France and Italy had a big row over the last few days. There's fractures all over the zone. You know, Eastern European nations not happy. Italy's got a populist government. These aren't problems that are come to the fore yet, but I think they will. For now, it's all about the economy and interest rates for us, okay? What else? Risk off favours the USD. Get a move from risk, USD will rise. The USD will still do well if we've got risk on, because things are so bad in Eurozone, in our view. Now, coming to the chart, this is a warning candle in our view. Why? I said it in the video last week. After the Fed was so dovish, the euro couldn't get through 115. So she was probably going to fall back, and she's fallen quite nicely from the level. Okay. Now, in terms of if you wanted to come into this pair on strength or weakness, sell a rally or sell a break low, how would you do it? In my view, just draw a trajectory. I get it straight across the candles. Always have a problem with diagonal lines. There we go. There's the trajectory, and basically it cuts the 20-day moving average in a round number, which I now think will act as resistance. Okay. So what you could do is basically sell back to the 20-day moving average, 114. Just look for weakness into that level, then stick your stop well back from 115. Okay. Now, in terms of coming in on weakness, where would you come in? Would you wait for these two candles here to give way? I personally wouldn't. I just do it through the round number here, 113. Okay. So this double bottom here, 112.70. Let's see if she runs. If you come in through 112.70, then I'd go back behind the 114 level and the 20-day moving average. Now, in terms of this pair, said it a lot, it's lacked volatility. At the minute, our position, I think, is up just 150 pips, but I'm hoping that's going to become a lot more, and you can see, obviously, from my weekly levels, we're looking for a nice big move to the downside development. Even if we don't get a lot of motion in the short term, you still got the positive carry on your side as well. I don't think the euro is going to get and close above 150. Okay, so all the risks for us in this pair are to the downside, and we shall see what happens next week. Right, now let's go and look at some euro crosses and also the euro proxies. Right, I'm just going to use the charts from our member center in terms of crosses and the proxies. Just make that a bit bigger. Sorry, here's EURJPY, obviously. Let me just make, there we go. EURJPY for us, been long-term bearish, and we're still holding a short position from 129.50. We've been trading in and out as well, but we're about 125 at the moment, so decent profits. Now, just look at this consolidation here. Very similar to the euro, and it just choppy and sideways. Then bang, down she goes, yeah? Okay, I think that's what's going to happen in Euro USD. Now, in terms of this move up, 126, massive hedging level for institutions. Said it for a few weeks. Unlikely to get taken out. So that was a good level to come in off. Okay, just come off the 126 level. Now, if I put the EURJPY up here, because my charts in the member center were done in the morning. Oh, I'm on a weekly chart, I want a daily. There we go. You see we turned a little bit more red into the end of the day. And how would you get into this one if you wanted to? You could sell a break of 124, okay? And I think that would be a good level to come in with a stop behind 125 in the 20-day moving average. Or if we just rally back up, just sell any weakness at all, put the stop behind 126. Where are we going to go to? In my view, have I got the weekly chart? Yeah, I have. Sorry. Coming down to there, I think 115. Okay, so another 900 pips to go on the downside for us, and we could even run on to 111. Okay, so a lot of downside in this pair for us, and I've done numerous videos on why I'm so bullish of the Japanese yen. Euro GBP, we looked at it in a previous video. We were short, but we were trying to poke up to get through 91. We just didn't think the euro could manage it. We sold. It was choppy, but we did get the big fall. Since I've done the last video, we did get stopped out, but it was a really good profit. Now we've re-entered. This here, just a natural correction of oversold, struggling into the 20-day moving average, and we're coming off, okay? So 87.50 back in. Not too much out of this trade yet, but for the euro to break higher, I just think things have got to go really bad with Brexit negotiations, i.e. a no deal has got to come into the equation. Otherwise, euro going down, UK in way better shape in our view. And I'm looking for 84, then 81. So still a long way to go on the downside. Now, in terms of, let me get my menu back. Euro proxies. Euro proxies, yeah, they are good to trade. They can be fast moving, and they're basically, yeah, influenced by the euro. Let's have a look at the first. Let me make my screen a bit bigger. USD NOK. After the Fed again, steady up, bang, up she goes. This is a fast moving pair, and I think she's going far higher. In terms of another proxy, this one really interested me last week. Where is it? This one, USD HUF. I know the chart looks extremely messy. Big fall down here. Again, this is dovish Fed. New low, steady up. That's a buy. Okay. These proxies will tend to move faster than the euro, but the euro is giving you the clues. Okay. Personally, I think there's more upside in the USD on all these proxies, way higher in my view. What is the weakest European currency? Let's go and take a look at it. It's the USD SEK in our view. And a lot of people I know in the Facebook group have been trading this one long, hack and really bearish of the SEK. I did a trade, but I wish I'd done a bigger one. I did a small one. We took her back here, banked out once, but that's a fantastic move. I think it's a bit overdone in the short term, though. Yeah, the proxy's really fast moving. They should always be kept an eye on, in my view. I've got one more proxy I want to look at, actually, which is probably my favourite for a position trade. So let me just go find my other page. Sorry, where are we? Here we are. So let's find it. And I'll show you why I'm so bullish on this one. It's USD CZK, Czech krona. Now, in terms of, oh, sorry, I've got CHF JPY. Where's the Czech krona gone? Oh, there it is. Just from our position, this one has got massive upside in terms of, it's come up quite nicely again, Fed related. If she goes up to here, okay, that's just our first target. You've got to go to the weekly chart to see, basically the big picture. Let's have a look. Look at her. It's come out quite nicely this week. There's the highs I pointed out on the daily. And where could you go? Up to 25, maybe even 26. Czech krona for us, weakest of the Nordics, I think. I know I said the SEK, but I think the SEK has had a bit of a battering. I think the CZK is next on the list. It's very sensitive to trade tensions as well. Yeah, for a small position, just so bullish. And we'll see how this one runs. But I would keep your eye on the euro proxies. If you're a technical trader or a sentiment trader or whatever, they are fast moving and they can very often give really great trends. And the euro going down is bearish all the proxies, and the proxies will actually go down faster than the euro. Okay, right, I think that's everything. That is the video for today. Thank you very much for joining us. Take care. Have a good day.